Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashlyn. I'm a 26-year-old wife and mom. We are in a very frugal season of our life and I make lots of budgeting and personal finance content like this. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, I would love it if you would subscribe and join us here on this channel. February is about to be such a big change from what we've been doing in general. So I'm so excited to create our budget for the month. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. So I wised up and now I'm doing it, as far as the format of this video, a little bit differently. The setup of the screen, I guess. Here I am in my little bubble over here. I feel like this looks better. It makes more sense because now you can see my budget and less of me, which is probably what you're here for. So let's do our February budget. So paychecks, $1,500, those will stay the same. We are also adding in my husband's internship income, so that we're going to be a little bit conservative with the amount that we put in here, but everything that is in the internship money, I believe, will be going to savings if we can help it. So $500 to that from that, which will bring our total income to $3,500. So I'm going to change this to, I'll change it to $360 because we always seem to be just donating a little bit more. We will come back to our savings, but I have exciting news about savings too. So we'll come back to all of that. Here is where things are going to change up a little bit. So we're moving. Surprise, surprise to you, surprise to me, surprise to all of us. This is not something that we were planning on doing when January started, but here at the end of January, we are packing up our house and moving to a new city. So we're excited, we're sad. We are leaving family in this area and we've been very close with them and we've lived here for 5 years, so over 5 years. So we're very sad to be leaving them and kind of the little life that we've created here, but we're also very excited to be moving into this new space and, you know, kind of moving forward with our lives a little bit. I'm hoping it will be as wonderful as we're hoping it will be. So for rent, we are looking at $13.95 a month. We are also going to be paying utilities, which is something that we have luckily not had to do for the entire time that we've lived here. It's just been included in the rent price, which we are so grateful for. This has been such an amazing thing for us, this place to stay with family. But as far as utilities go, we are paying for gas. That will be, I believe, $40 a month. We're paying for electric. We're just going off of like ballpark numbers that our landlord has given us, so I don't actually know what these numbers will turn out to be. We're just going to put some rough estimates in for now. So gas, electric, and then internet as well. And we looked it up. We're thinking we can get something for about $45 a month. We will see kind of how all of that goes. Gas, I'm going to leave at $300. We have, because we've had such a solid life here in this city, we have quite a few things that are going to continue to be here. So I will, at least over the next few months, we'll be back here pretty frequently. It's not super far away, but it is like a 30 to 40 minute drive depending on traffic. So we will hope that $300 is enough for gas. Maintenance, both of our cars are being a little bit iffy right now. We've got a sound in one and a smell in the other. So we'll put $50 and we'll hope that these are small fixes. Let's see, a big win, car insurance. I did talk about in my last budget video that I wanted to kind of look around and see if we could get a better price. I did end up doing that, and we brought it down by nearly $80, around 80, which is awesome. So only $149 for car insurance now, which is super awesome. We didn't even switch providers. We didn't switch really anything. I just resubmitted to our same car insurance company, all the same details, and it just spit out a much cheaper number. So this is your reminder to just go in and make sure that your car insurance rate is what it should be, because we've been paying $80+ extra every month for who knows how long. But that's fine. We'll move on from that. Groceries. If you saw my last video, groceries in January were hectic, to say the least. Our WIC coverage is going down now that I am not on it and it's just my kids. So I'm going to shoot for $300 in our grocery budget. And we'll just see if we can make that work with the smaller WIC benefits that we do still have. Diapers, I'm going to leave that because we're, for some reason, just going through them so quick these days. Phone will stay at $40. Our fun money, this one, we're still in our low spend year. And I talked about things that we don't want to spend money on. I think I touched a little bit on wanting to still be able to experience things. So for fun money, we're wanting to go to dinner with our friends for Valentine's Day, just around Valentine's Day. They're friends that we have not gotten together with, all of us, for a long time. So I'm thinking we are going to put some money into the fun money account for that, even though it is a bit more of a spend. So it's a fancier dinner. It's a fancier restaurant. It's going to cost us more. I'm going to put $115 in our fun money for the month. I think how I'm thinking about it is a few months of the year we're going to have a higher money budget to be able to go and do something with other people, and the rest of the months we will keep very, very small, closer to that 35 or less. And I also thought it would be kind of fun. I've come up with a bunch of ideas for the rest of the year for date ideas for me and my husband, that I'm thinking are going to be $10 or less. So if you'd be interested in seeing maybe a short series or a long form video on $10 date ideas, or free, they'll range within there, then let me know in the comments and I will make sure to actually create that if it's something you're interested in. Moving on. Our Apple subscription, that's for my pictures. I still have not found something that I like as much, that can fit, that has the storage that I need. So $2.99, we are leaving that. Miscellaneous. This is something that I think I want to include in my budget these days. Part of my problem in the past with not saving as much as I could is I would pay myself last. And when I created my low spend goal for the year, I decided that I want to pay myself first. But with that comes, unexpected costs. Maybe there's a bill that popped up that we didn't know was going to happen, or I don't know, things happen, things come up. And if I put my money in my savings, this being a zero-based budget, at the beginning of the month, then I didn't have any money left in my account to put towards that unexpected cost that comes up, usually like a doctor bill or something. So I'm going to put $75 in our miscellaneous budget, and that is just for those like completely necessary things that pop up, like doctor's visits that we didn't expect, or things like that, because I feel like there's always some unmissable payment that pops up in the month. So I'm gonna put $75 in our miscellaneous account. If that is not paid, if we don't spend that on other things like those necessary expenditures, then all of that will be going to savings. So this is like a backup savings amount. Birthdays in February, we don't have any birthdays, which is very nice, but we do have one at the beginning of March. So I'm going to put, I believe it was like 30. We're doing a group gift, so I'm going to put 30, and I think that's going to cover all of it. We are leaving my daughter in dance for the time being, just to finish out the season. So $58 for that. Dental, we're good. Life insurance will stay at $20.82. So those are all of our line items that need to be covered. I am going to put a little bit of money aside for home things. Moving into this new place, we are going to need to get ourselves a washer and dryer, as well as, I imagine, like some command strips or something. So I am scouring the internet for some free to a very inexpensive washer and dryer combos that are used. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put like I'll put 115 in this one too, because, let's see, we'll name it home, because the cheapest washer dryer sets that I've found have been $100, and then I imagine less than $15 on command strips or any little things we need. We're not planning on buying anything else new for this home. There's already blinds on all the windows, and we have everything that we have in this house, so I imagine we will be totally fine with what we've got. We're trying to make this very inexpensive, but I believe that is all the line items. Okay, so there is actually a big one that I'm totally forgetting in here. I will put it down here in health. I have been having some very concerning back problems, so I have a regular chiropractic care set up. Some rehab, some chiropractic to get everything fixed. Fix this posture that I set a goal of fixing this year. The doctor's gonna help me do it. So that's an expensive cost. It's $195 every month. It's like a couple cents less than that, I think, but I'm just gonna put $195 because I forgot what the cents is. So yeah, chiropractic is $195. This is very expensive. I knew it would be an expensive month. Let's head back up to our savings and see what we can do. So for our emergency fund, I'm gonna zero this out. And for our Christmas fund, I'm gonna zero it out. It's not the month. We're not gonna put anything in for our Christmas fund. School sinking fund is actually gonna change, I believe. I don't wanna jump the gun, but the money is already coming into the account, so I feel like we're good. We're getting a very large tax return, which means we need to adjust how much is coming out of my husband's paychecks, but also he participated in a study last year that paid him a decent amount, a big chunk of money. So between those two things, we have basically checked off my first two major goals that I had for the year, which is incredible because I thought it was going to take us the entire year. So school, after this money comes all the way into the account, should be paid for, checked off. And then our emergency fund should be at that $15,000 mark. So that means that what I normally would be putting into our school sinking fund will now be headed into our house fund, which I am so excited about. We can finally start making some actual progress towards the home that we want. So this month, obviously, it's a smaller number. This extra income that my husband is getting from his internship will just continue to go up as he gets more clients. He's going to be opening his schedule more probably in a couple months, and once he graduates at the end of the year, he will be making more than he's being paid as an intern. So we're very excited about where things are going, and it kind of finally feels like we're getting some traction on this. But that is what our budget is looking like this month. We're definitely putting less into savings than I would like, that $75 will probably go into there, and I'm going to do my very best to keep every other cost as low as I possibly can. But this is what it's looking like for the month. We are going out, and I'm just going to prioritize that this month. Saving is great and wonderful, and I'm thrilled with where it's gotten us, but I'm not letting my foot off the pedal at all. Don't get confused here. We are still very intensely working towards getting into our house in the next couple of years, but I also want to make sure that I'm not passing up every single experience that I could have because I don't want to spend any money. This is going to be like I know I don't have to like justify this, but it's going to be a once in a blue moon thing that happens where we spend more money so that we can go do something a little bit extra special with the people that we love. So I'm not really justifying it. I'm kind of just justifying it to myself, but that's okay. But everything else looks good. This chiropractic care will go away here pretty soon. We should be done paying for that here in the next couple months. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to bring you along for our moving, I think. Let me know if you want to see anything about that too, moving on a budget. But that's my February budget. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you again next week for another one. Bye!